Hi everybody, Tasha here from Pixie Mommy's Reborns. Welcome back. And to all of you new, hello and welcome. You're looking at Bindi. Bindi is a full-bodied silicone baby. She is the Willow Awake by Claire Taylor, and she was painted by Jennie Lee of Wee Baby Nursery. So I have a couple diapers to show you, cloth diapers, and a cute little spray bottle. So I guess a couple reviews in a way. And I want to talk a little bit about silicone. So I'm gonna be swapping up Oscar. You'll see my one of my other silicone babies, Oscar. Um, because we're gonna look at two diapers I got for them. Yes. Before I get started, I want to remind y'all to go smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Also, my channel has a membership, so if you would like to support my channel and become an exclusive member, take part in my exclusive live streams, and see all of my behind the scenes. I just started painting reborns. All of that's going on behind the scenes in the Pixie Squad. It's $1.99 a month. It's all inclusive. You can cancel at any time. You must be 18 years or older to join, but for literally less than the price of a cup of coffee a month, there's lots going on in there. So come on in. There's a link down below in the description of the video to join, or you can click the blue join button next to subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out the link in the description to my Instagram. That is where I post photos of all the babies in my collection. So let's get started. I just placed a little order from Amazon, which came today. First thing here I have is a spray bottle for hair. And this is called a continuous spray. So it's supposed to, when you spray it, which I tried it, release like 3 seconds of a mist. Long while back, a few years ago, I saw this on Kimberly's channel. Some of you know Kimberly from Kimberly's Cocoon. I actually have several of her babies in my nursery, and she uses one of these, and it's pretty nifty. Because it's just, instead of going pump, 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 I'll show you kind of what it does. I really did get it more for the reborns, but ready. Oop. See, so I let go and it gave out, let's see, for one mist, see, yeah, it wet the whole front of her hair, which is fabulous. And then if I wanted to, just do the whole head, one spray, and it would get the back. So really for my reborns, especially like my toddler and some of my curly hair babies, where if you really want to wet the hair down, this is great. I will let you all know in the future how it holds up. I bought this on Amazon. It's just generic. I just bought the 4-ounce one. I wanted it in the white, and yeah, that's it. I think I just priced it and got probably the least expensive. You just, if you click this on Amazon and put continuous mist squirt bottle, hairspray bottle, continuous mist, or just type in continuous mist, you're going to get these. They're going to come up. So the other things that I ordered was 2 cloth diapers. I saw these on a live stream on Facebook of an artist, and she recommended them for silicone dolls. She was going to be using them for the dolls that she makes, and she was talking about how soft they were, and that they didn't have snaps and don't have snaps and things to worry about making like any indentations or anything on your silicone dolls. This looks a little big, so what I did was, for Bindi, didn't say size 2, but for her I ordered a small for 8 to 15 pounds, And for Oscar, I ordered the newborn 5 to 10 pounds. Even though actually they both weigh around 9 pounds, Bindi's a bigger size, but this looks so much bigger than this. Look at the difference. Unless this is just folded up really good. So we're going to see right now, and I may need to, well, let me get a scissor. I don't want to rip the box because I may need to return this. You know, I would exchange it, assuming I like the diaper, you know, send this back and order Bindi the newborn size as well. I probably just should have done that. So they are called Amazing Baby, Smart Nappy, Next Generation Hybrid Reusable Diaper. It's a muslin cotton. And this is the cover. For a real baby, they use like these inserts or the pre-folded cloth diapers like underneath. But this is, you know, essentially the shell, which is what we use for our dolls. Let me see. There we go. I like it. I love the look. I love the muslin. Like, I really love this. I may order some more. Okay, so, this has a thick, it comes with padding, like an extra something. So this whole thing, look at this, can be taken out. It's several pieces folded in here. So I would probably, whoopsies, play around with this and maybe take out this thicker piece and just put in, like I would put something on them, I think, you know, because then it's just like this. So, but how much, I don't, you know, I guess it would just depend on the baby and how much bulk you want. But look at this. And for your reborns, if you want that bulk, I really like this diaper, guys. I see why this artist, and they are not terribly expensive. I think I paid more for the newborn size one. This was like 16 and change, which is nothing for these organic like diapers. And this one was only like $10 or $11. Like, it was not expensive at all. So let's see. I just think that this is going to be real big on her. I just didn't expect it to be so big. So we're just going to change her. She is anatomically correct. So she's just a doll, folks. She's not a real baby. She's sculpted to be completely realistic. And she does have a drink and wet system in her. So she can actually take a bottle with water and she drinks and wets, which was actually my last video, I believe. So, well, actually, I might like this size on her to give it that bulk. Yeah, because going across and stuff, I think I mean, let's see. I like everything big. I like the clothes and the diapers a little bit oversized on my babies because I feel it looks really realistic. So I actually, for those of you that have Willows, let's get this stuff out. I like this size. And then you could put in, what did I do with? If you didn't want as much bulk, you could simply just use this insert or no insert. I love these diapers. I love these diapers. Thank you then to the silicone artist I was watching on Facebook, which was actually a live stream, and I guess something of controversy that's going on right now. That she had a really, really hard time with a customer. I'll let you all go watch it. Gosh, I am so sorry. I don't offhand remember her name, and I should. She's been around a long time. I recognized the name, and when I went to watch, but I will definitely put a link in the description below to the artist. You know what? I'd rather not name names anyway, so I guess that's better off. I mean, not that she didn't do anything wrong, or in my opinion, she didn't. Guys, ladies, gents, look at how cute Bindi is. No, but seriously, silicone is not perfect. It's not a perfect medium. If you leave your doll laying on something that has, texture, even something with texture, if it's a heavy doll, they can get like an indentation now from, whatever that it is that you're using. That's why if you follow my channel, you know that I am like super, super big on comfy clothes, and my favorite styles is things like Loved Baby, Gloomy Kids, Kate Quinn, soft, very, very, very soft, organic clothing, stuff that I would put on a newborn baby, that a baby will be very comfortable in, and nothing will be poking or sticking, or, I don't like things with zippers. I don't, I'm particular, and that's part of the reason is taking care of, my silicones, especially. But mostly it's just I don't want to put anything on my dolls that I wouldn't put on a real baby. It doesn't feel realistic, and I feel that even the reborn dolls rubbing on their paint and stuff, it's not good. But bear in mind that any silicone doll, I can take you off the camera and go up close all over Bindi, and you're gonna see that the silicone is just not perfect. And sometimes there's even indent, like places in a sculpt, that dip in and such, that it's just part of the sculpt. It's just, these aren't living babies. There are places that I can pick apart any doll and see little things. If you're that particular, then you might want to consider a vinyl reborn doll. Even they're not perfect because they're hand sculpted and then poured, and the the vinyl sometimes not perfect, but yeah, the silicone is much, it's just not perfect. I've had a few times that I have sold on Silicone Babies to first time silicone mommies. We're going to put Oscar in here to do his diaper. And, I made a video for that. Well, I always, not always for reborn babies, but for silicone babies, no matter who it is buying the baby, even if it's my best friend, I make a private video going over every inch of the doll, because I just don't want a new mommy to have any surprises. And I will go over things that I feel are stuff a collector might notice when they're going over a doll, and I can either say, this here is part of the sculpt, this here is, is wear, etc. Once a doll leaves the artist, it's no longer new, and, once a doll goes home, whether you have it 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, immediately we usually we change them. We're dressing them at the very least. We're holding them. We're touching them. It's silicone isn't necessarily meant to be painted on or, sculpted into a baby. It does a real great job, and many of us collectors adore our silicone dolls, but it is not a perfect medium. It's not even possible to get that from any artist. And then the softness of the silicone and things like that. Yeah, I think collectors and artists do, a lot of them say the softer silicone is like more delicate. Personally, I actually think because it has more give to it, it has less tendencies to tear in places like behind the knees and places that other dolls of a harder, silicone, like just a straight up EcoFlex 20 might. But that's just my opinion. I mean, we all have our own opinions after owning the dolls and, experiencing them, touching them, and, whatever. This is the newborn size that I'm putting on Oscar as I'm chatting with you all. So it came the same way. Look how cute this is. And oh my gosh, I love these diapers. I'm going to go order some before I put this video up because I got to laugh, but otherwise they may be gone. Now, I don't like a ton of bulk on Oscar, so I think I'm going to go with the small, thinner insert, but this comes the same thing as, what it's supposed to come with. This is called a insert booster. So this is a booster, nice and soft. Ooh, I love that softness. This is also nice and soft. This is another booster. So you just got like a folded booster and, a single booster. Oh my gosh, I just really love this. And I just love that you've got 3 ways that you could use it as far as how much thickness, how much bulk you want for your baby. Like, how awesome is that? Yeah, I'm going to go on and order so I can get the sizes and prints that I want before I post the video, because I know once I do, especially for the price, they're going to be like, forget about it. And no, this company, because like it's just going through my head like, wow, this company should be actually sponsoring me to advertise for, review for them, but they're not. This is just my actual, well, you would get my actual opinion and review regardless, because, I don't do that. Like, if I tell you I like something, it's because I like it. And if somebody is doing a collab or something with me, they're going to know that I'm going to be giving an honest review. So, okay, this is snug on him. I am glad that this was not have fit Bindi. I can tell you that right now. It fits him perfect, and I love that it has the cutout for his belly button. So you Dwayne mommies, this is a nice, it's a perfect fit. It's a snug fit. I wouldn't want to wash it and shrink it. That's for sure. It is small. But it's, again, a perfect size. I might like to give Oscar the bulk. I'm going to try Bindi's on him and see. I think hers would be too big, though. And then I like the cutout because he has the belly button stump. Like, she doesn't, because she's like a 3-month size baby. So, woof, I'm getting hot with my sweatshirt. So, I'm going to pull you all off. We're going to go over Oscar's silicone a little bit. Because the whole thing of this live that I'm talking about, which again, the artist recommended these diapers because one of the issues with the doll that, in the end, she wound up, taken back, and the doll was getting ready to go off to a new mommy, and she showed that she's now using these diapers because the snaps caused an indentation, because the collector, see, look at this. This is not a perfect, medium by any means. There's what I would consider, what anybody would consider like, imperfect inconsistencies, but this is what makes it like skin. You all want the soft silicone and you all want the feeling of the fluid movement, the squish, and you want it to feel like skin. Look at that. Even just from my nail in that one spot I didn't notice. Look at that little dent. Now that's going to go away. I mean, I pick Oscar and touch him all the time. That doesn't stay. I could rub it out and it'll pop back faster. But this is the nature of the medium, of the silicone itself. If you look up close, I don't know if you all have ever seen the silicone on Oscar this close. This is what I would show new mommies in selling a doll, because it's so different from vinyl reborn dolls. And every silicone doll is different. So even if you've owned silicones, every doll is different, even from the same artist. Every pore is, different. So it's just a little hair. But this, it's again, it's just not a perfect medium. He's got to get his face cleaned just with a little bit of water, because that's just from his, like me using the KY for the passy and stuff. Plus, just lint and, stuff. He's not sticky at all, but like his face and stuff from sitting, because he has so much texture to him. By the way, Oscar, to those of you new that don't know, Oscar is the Dwayne Awake #2 by Claire Taylor Dolls. He actually has the #2 inked, onto his, thing here. See what I'm saying? Like, it's just not perfect, to me, he's perfect. Don't get me wrong. This is one of Claire Taylor's edition, baby. There are 5 of, Dwayne Awakes in the worldwide. So he's an incredibly rare, baby, basically. And the cream of the crop, the best of the best, because he is fully completed by Claire Taylor. He's sculpted, molded, poured, and, painted, rooted, the whole shebang. And he's in her premium blend of soft silicone that she only uses for her edition babies, with all the bells and whistles, drinking wet, spine, tongue, gums, uvula, soft tummy, the soft silicone, armatures in the arms and legs, although they have since broken. His armatures didn't work when I got him. So those things can wear over time. He has the full armatures that go down all, from the entire arm. Now the artists are doing them like Bindi has, just the elbow armatures, which goes from about here on the elbow and it goes to like the bottom of the wrist almost. You feel like that in there, but I like those. I like the newer way the artists are offering the elbow armatures, which Bindi has, and I like those. But, artists, every couple years or even from doll to doll change, and they tend to change as to what collectors say they want and like, and I like this better, and da-da-da-da-da. Years ago, so, nobody was even doing one-piece pours where, he's in a one piece. His neck there's no ball joint. It's one piece. His neck wrinkles and moves and turns and, does all the stuff. So it's pretty incredible what artists are able to do. But you got to understand that they're working, to keep up with the demands of collectors and what they want and what they like. And no silicone doll is ever gonna be quote perfect, as far as you could pick apart any doll if you wanted to and nitpick about little things and, make problems for the artist. And this poor artist, it was like she couldn't win. Like she was even, offering a refund, which a lot of them won't after, it's like after time, a month or 2 or 3 or whatever. Some of them don't want to hear about it. They won't even fix their own dolls if there's things. They don't have time. It's their policy, whatever. A lot of them do, though, especially if you're the first mommy. Some of them, once they've moved on to a second mommy, they won't. It just all depends on the artist. And you just, listen, you've got to know what kind of collector you are and how well you know yourself as a collector and how well you know that artist and their work and stuff, and know what their policies are and what you're willing to accept and not, because like I said, they're all different, and rightfully so. It all works, especially when you know your terms of your sale up front and whatever. But this artist was like bending over backwards, because the collector was complaining that the doll was getting indents, from in the silicone. But yet she was like on for over an hour on live, and you could see that those things weren't there in the doll. And some few little tiny things like little tiny like pin divot in like the sides of the elbows and stuff was where she explained, she put stabilizers through for armatures and stabilizers in the neck for, to stabilize a drinking wet and whatever else. So like it's, again, these are not real babies. I'm going to show you Oscar's spine real quick. I don't know if all the Dwaynes that have spines look this way, but it could be because the prosthetic or the spine itself was a little long for this doll, but there's like a ledge on his neck, like his spine comes up like that. Make sure, yeah, if y'all can see, it's like a real big, bump here. So it's not like you would expect to be like, whoops, pushed. It should, technically, if it was down more like this, it would be, more realistic. But it happens. That's how this fit in here. And that's how this went in during this doll's pour. I wouldn't consider Oscar defective or something wrong with him. It's just they're all different. His head turns beautifully. He doesn't really favor a side. It stays on either side. His silicone has a ton of give here, I don't recommend doing this, folks. I've had Oscar for a couple years, and I know the limitations of this doll. So don't, I'm just saying, don't try this at home. Be pinching like this and turning and until you know a doll and their limitations. So, because that spine is here like this, it gives a lot of loose skin up here on his neck, and it turns really nice. All the pores of, even with the same sculpt, are a little different, and you get the pros and the cons in each pore. Does that make sense? So, ladies and gents, and I will do more videos, and other collectors have videos up about what to look for in your silicone doll and when you bring a doll home, and what might be real issues of concern. Because I'm not saying to overlook actual like damage or problems. I'm just saying there has to be some room for the fact that these dolls are just not perfect because of the medium that you're dealing with. But in turn, look at what you're getting, you know. Oh my gosh, I mean, you all know I wouldn't trade Oscar for the world. Look at that skin. Skin. It feels like skin. Human beings aren't perfect. Our skin's not perfect, you know. And, you know, we break. If we're stretched to the limits, we can break, you know. Bear that in mind, folks, with your silicone dolls, because when I saw that whole thing, I was like, oh my gosh, this poor artist, you know, and what she had to deal with, and you know, the poor woman couldn't even win, given a you know, taking the doll returned, even though it was after a few months, and given a full refund. That wasn't even good enough. It was, I don't even know what the person wanted, but she wanted the doll not to be getting the indents, I guess, that she was seeing when she was laying the doll down for a long period of time with you know, the plastic snaps on the diaper or whatever surface, however she had the doll wrapped up. And, you know, anyways, it's gonna be, again, Bindi. I could go over Bindi, and her silicone is definitely not perfect. It's just not. But the fun of these dolls is the feel of skin. Now, Bindi is a kit, you know, she's a kit, one of Claire Taylor's full body silicone kits, so she's not poured in like the premium silicone, but Claire's silicone it's awesome. It's amazing, and I love the feel of Bindi, and she's, you know, a really nice sculpt to hold. She's got real good fluid movement. You know, she's not as detailed as the Edition Babies, but she's an amazing doll, and, you know, in my opinion, just amazing. I love her. What can I say? So I'm gonna let you all go because the camera's about to cut me. We can talk some more about how imperfect silicone is, but how we love our babies. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Go and subscribe and do all that. Check out my membership. We talk a lot more in there, and everything's behind the scenes. And it's literally less than the price of a cup of coffee. So come on in and enjoy that as well. But I hope you all got something out of this video, and we'll see you next time. God bless.